Well, Dave and I have found our way into the Rockler booth, and I'm here with Steve Cromer from Rockler, and he's going to walk us through some of the cool new products that Rockler's brought to AWFS. So, Steve, this trim router table looks like a brilliant idea. Give us the once-over on what you're bringing to the marketplace with this.
Okay, thanks, George. This is a router table that we developed that really takes advantage of the new generation trim routers. And it converts a trim router from just the trim application to actually being functional router table. And the table itself has some neat features. It has a quick release fence that you can just take off, and then the router itself just pops right out of the router table.
And it's cool, we can leave that base right on the router for handheld use, drop it in the table for router table use.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's pre-drilled for all the major brand trim routers. It comes also with a self-leveling and locking system, so you can just pop it back into the table. It locks in place. You can level it in the table. Then the fence just simply slides back on, and we're having a little trouble there. Sorry about that.
We know it works.
Yeah,
and
there
it's
it
neat.
goes.
You can
It
mount
works
to
pretty
your
quick.
bench.
Yep.
It's portable enough for a job site, and I think even if somebody owns a router table already, this as a second table for these smaller cutters looks like a great idea.
Yep, absolutely.
All right,
Okay.
now you want to push us in another direction
Yeah,
over here, I
have
think.
another one over here. You know, typical push blocks are relatively small. They are hard plastic. They're hard to grip, and worst of all, they don't grip the workpiece very well. We came out with a new push block that has a fat handle. It has a rubberized surface, so you don't have to put an iron grip on it to hold it. It's comfortable in the hand, but more importantly, it's larger and significantly more grippy than the ones on the marketplace.
This has really got a lot of bite on it. I think if I wanted to, I could probably tip this whole bench over, just leaning on the top of this thing. So
you do the same thing with these, and they just slide. So it really does grip the workpiece better than anything on the market.
Who would think you could fix a simple thing like a push pad, but I think you got something going there.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. So stop a second. All right, now this product, you actually, Rockler released this a while ago, but you've improved this.
That is correct. This is our pocket hole clamp, and it's a clamp that actually uses a pocket hole for assembly. So the clamp actually goes into the pocket hole and then pulls the two parts together. What we've done differently this year is we've added a quick release feature. That allows you to tighten the clamp quickly for assembly, and then it also allows you to release it quickly when you're done. And it makes the whole process much quicker. You can assemble it and you can disassemble it.
And you've got a, not quick release, but I can index the handle into just the right position so that no matter how that tightens, I can lay this flat on the bench, have the whole face frame laid out, doesn't have to cantilever off the end of the bench. That handle is a very cool feature as well.
That is correct. And it also is set up so when you clamp one half of a double pocket hole, you can actually fasten the screw on the other half. So you clamp an assembly without having to release it.
All right, now we got some horses we want to let out of the barn over here, right?
Yes, we do.
Let's have a look at those. So I think the problem a lot of woodworkers run into is they need more workspace in their shop, but maybe not all the time. So having the ability to knock down a work table when they're done with it is very handy, and I think that's the problem you're solving here, huh?
It is. We have taken basic sawhorses and have developed a connector that allows you to connect the two sawhorses. It just mounts there. It's a simple little bracket. You screw it to a 2x4. It can be a 2-foot, 4-foot, could be an 8-foot bracket. And then you connect your sawhorses and have a functional work surface. You can even take the brackets and connect the two cross members so you have a whole grid system. So it's real functional, and it assembles and disassembles easily. Or if you want, you can screw these together and have a fixed assembly table.
Dave and I were talking about this product, and one of the things we both landed on is that for a finishing area, this would be really cool because sometimes you got a big project, sometimes you got a small project that you're finishing, so you could have different sets of these cross members depending on what your setup need is. So, well, this has been great, Steve. Thanks very much for the time.
Okay, thanks,
and
George.
I think you're going to have a lot of success with all the stuff you showed us here.
Thank you.